Right, greetings everybody on the Dot Watcher. I'll be bringing you updates, course previews and all the latest information on the Adventure Racing World Series about to happen in Ulladulla, New South Wales, Australia. It's due to start on the 10th of December at 12:30, so stay tuned and keep up to date with the live tracking system through the Adventure Racing World Series site. And now I'm just going to give you a bit of a preview on the course for this year, on what I think will happen and areas that they'll visit. Now, I've done some research over the last week or so, and what I really want to focus on, I mean, obviously there's a lot of beautiful pristine coastline in the area, and whales sort of travel through the area during the winter time and such things, and world class surfing as well, and so I'm sure they'll touch on the coastline there at some stage. But the area that I really want to focus on is just inland from Ulladulla, and I think the area we really need to look at is right in and around here, and there's lots of national parks, gorges and such things in this area, and this is where I think a bulk of the course and a lot of the action will happen. Now, I zoomed in very closely on Google Earth the other day and did some research, and there was one area particularly just around here that I noticed where there was a great big black hole. So I'd imagine teams will want to avoid this and stay well clear of it. And then over here there was another area that was very swampy. So most racing teams want to avoid sort of swampy, slow areas where the travel is not so easy and such things. So the obvious route for most teams will be to come down through the middle here and probably travel down around through this way here. This leads them into an area where at the bottom here, it doesn't show up very well on the map, but around here there's a huge big gorge that runs right across here, and it has like 400 meter high escarpments and such things. So I can actually imagine that from about here they'll possibly abseil down into the gorge. So that will be quite spectacular and very interesting for the racers and all the viewers at home. Now, what we want to do is look at this gorge a little bit more closely, because there's a few problems with it. Down on the eastern side over here, what happens is the platypuses come in November, usually just before summertime, and they travel into this area down this end of the gorge, and they actually dam it up, and this creates a lot of problems, particularly for the racers, obviously, because it keeps the water levels high for the platypuses, but it makes it very difficult for the racers to travel through that area. So the other option is the other end of the gorge. But now I've heard stories and rumours from the locals that there's a herd or flock of emus come into this area around November as well, and they travel into this area here. And these are flesh-eating emus, and apparently they come into this area because they wait for unsuspecting tourists to come down the gorge in the summertime in their Canadian canoes. And what they do is they swim out into the gorge, wrap their long legs around their Canadian canoes, do the death roll, and take these canoes down under the water and hide them in caves in the gorge until Christmas time. So they get all nice and soft and ready to eat for Christmas. So I would probably not go into that area of the gorge in the western end. So if you can't find the exit of the gorge after the abseil, I'd probably actually backtrack towards the top of the map here and actually find an exit point up through here, or maybe out through here for an exit plan of getting out of this area if you can't get out of that gorge. So that's a rough rundown of the map and the course and what's going to happen. So stay tuned. Don't forget to log into the Adventure Racing World Series Facebook page and get all the latest Dot Watcher updates, and then also subscribe to the Adventure Racing World Series YouTube channel and get all these great videos and information up to date on the spot. Until next time, good night from the Dot Watcher.